Good afternoon and welcome to Tuned In TN. Wha-Happen here on Tuned In TN. I am DJ Rick, your host for the day, and this is
Jon Erickson.
And I'm not Jon Erickson.
And no one else is. Just...
no one else. You know, that worked much better last time.
It did. It kind of flopped, though.
He said, I'm Jon Erickson,
I'm Jon Erickson,
and you are not.
And you are not.
It was good. Anyway.
It was good for the show.
Nice to have you back again, brother.
Good to be here.
We got all kinds of good news.
I'm looking forward to hearing
We got
it.
bad news for
Yeah.
the regular stuff, but we got good news too.
I'm looking forward to all of it.
John and I got some stuff going on.
Yeah, and you know, I get to play the role of the dumb guy on the street who hasn't watched the news lately. So I learn and I represent.
So you're just going to be you for the day?
Well, yeah, and represent a large portion of the community. I may have some input on a lot of this, though.
And you got a cool hat. I love that hat.
I appreciate that. I was debating on whether to go with it or not go with it.
I got one like next time we'll both wear a hat.
We'll do
some
a hat.
shades. Do
hat
our Blues
special.
Brother gig.
Yeah, I'll be Dan Aykroyd.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the skinny guy's going to be Belushi, huh? Right
Yeah.
on. Anyway, I just watched a documentary on him. It was
You be
great.
John. Yeah.
Check it out. Netflix got a great documentary on Belushi.
On the
Anyway.
Blues Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, we got some news for you today. Oh, by the way, before we get started, hit that like and subscribe. I think the like is over here and subscribe's over there, or
Yes.
something like that. Anyway,
Lower
they're
left.
down the bottom there somewhere.
All right.
Like and subscribe, and tell your friends about us. Say, hey, I saw this crazy dude with DJ Rick.
Yeah. Funny hat and long hair. People like funny hats and long hair.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to some headlines that were out today. I guess we'll start off. Everybody's talking about the impeachment, obviously, or whatever you call that.
Yeah.
It's an impeachment, I suppose.
How can you impeach someone who's not president? And if they are impeaching him, doesn't that mean he's still president?
One would think.
I don't get the logic.
It is.
But
Anyway, there's another twist in the Trump impeachment. The Senate has sidestepped witnesses despite voting to allow them. This morning, well, actually last night. We're going to back up to last night. I forget her name. The House Democrat representative from Washington. Mm-hmm. She had said that Kevin McCarthy, representative. Minority leader of the House, mm-hmm. Kevin McCarthy, during the insurrection, got on the phone with the White House, talked to Trump, and supposedly he said, you got to do something about these people down here. They're breaking in, they're this, they're that, they're whatever. But supposedly Trump said, well, Kevin, you must not care about the election as much as those people. Mm-hmm. Now, this representative reported that. CNN came out with it last night on the nationwide news as it was gospel because she had taken notes.
Right, okay.
So apparently, as long as you take notes, you can make up whatever you want. Mm. Now, Kevin McCarthy has been cited in the news as saying it never happened.
Right.
Right. So this morning, and I knew it. Last night when I saw it, I knew it. This morning, the Democrats came on to give their I guess final arguments is what they were going to do. Mm-hmm. And instead, they called for a witness.
Okay.
They want to call this House representative, Congresswoman from Washington, and they want her on Zoom, mind you. They want her to testify to the Senate about, Trump's state of mind because Kevin McCarthy told her about some phone call that she wasn't even witness to. This is like hearsay, is it not?
I mean, I got a notebook. I can grab that and we can...
We'll make up absolutely, make up whatever you want. Anyways, they decided they wanted witnesses. Well, the defense lawyer came on and he said, if you want witnesses, I'm all down with that. Let's get her in here and let's have real witnesses. Let's depose them like they're supposed to be. And in that case, he said, I have 100 witnesses I'd like to depose. Nancy Pelosi, Kamala Harris. And they put it to a vote, mm-hmm. and the Senate decided 55 to 45 that yes, they would have witnesses. Now, this would take at least 3 months to depose all these people, government bigwigs and whatnot. And the Democrats I'm surprised they voted for it. But anyways, in a twist, there's always a twist with these House Democrats, they made a deal with the defendant that they would not have witnesses, even though the Senate voted to have them. The defense agreed that they would allow them to read her statement into the record and that there would be no further witnesses. So at this point, while we're taping the show, the Democrats have already given their final arguments and rested their case. The Republicans are speaking right now. And probably by the time you watch this, you're going to do this, right, Gabe? Gabe will probably give you an update before this actually airs. So you'll know what happened. We'll all know by then. So, but yeah, it's just, I mean, we've never seen anything like this. Is the quickest impeachment in history.
Yeah.
To a non-president.
Yeah. I mean, there's no, my mind can't logically put those two things together.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Larry King. You know Larry King?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that you know him, but
yeah, I used to watch him a few times.
He's been around a minute.
And then he was, doing all kinds of stuff.
He's interviewed everybody. He was a great interviewer for many, many years. But he died recently, I guess week before last. And I mean, the big thing out there was Larry King died of COVID. Well, I read an article about a gentleman who was riding a motorcycle in Central Florida, had an accident, was decapitated.
And died of COVID.
Death certificate says COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this death certificate, they got caught on this one because they listed him as COVID.
Right.
Now they're backtracking in it. It turns out he died of sepsis.
Blood poisoning. So
Absolutely.
I wonder what happened there. I mean, why do you think they had to backtrack?
Well, I happen to know that if hospitals are getting government money based on how many COVID deaths.
Right.
So
making a lot of money writing that little word.
Everybody dies of COVID.
Yeah.
But that's why, a lot of we hear about COVID deaths, and I'm like, I don't really, do you know anybody died of COVID personally?
Not personally.
I don't personally either, so.
No. Yeah.
I mean, right here in Bradley County, Tennessee, I guess we weren't hit so bad, maybe. I don't know. But
maybe we got lucky, but, I mean, and everyone the people that I do kind of know that did die from it, there were some pretty nasty pre-existing health situations that they had.
COVID killed them. Well, they could have fallen and broke a hip too.
Well, when you get paid $33,000 to intubate someone, or you get paid $13,000 to write COVID on a diagnosis, you're going to do it probably if you don't have many scruples as a doctor.
You bet. Yeah. So, but anyway, Larry King died of sepsis, not COVID. They found him in it. Looks like BLM's up to their old tricks again, too. Last night, BLM protest in New York City leaves 2 NYPD cops injured and 11 protesters arrested.
I thought this was all supposed to stop.
It turned violent. Here's the thing. The news actually said, CNN's headline says, violent BLM protest in New York City.
Violent.
Well, they've switched now. Wait a minute. Pre-election, that would have said what? Mostly peaceful.
It would not have said violent.
It would have said mostly peaceful with the flames in the background, and it was mostly
and people don't remember this and think that. Wow.
It was mostly peaceful. 3 people died, but it was mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful, yeah.
It is what it is. Anyway, BLM is up to their old tricks again. But but for CNN is coming out and saying that was violent. So that's kind of a flip. Now we got a little bit of a flip. The Biden administration, check this out. They're expressing deep concerns about the World Health Organization's China probe. Now, wait a minute. Joe Biden said, now the Chinese, they're good folks. They're not competition, and they're good folks.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, we've
got serious concerns.
They have deep concerns. Let me read you a little bit about that.
A lot more flips to come, I bet.
Yeah, the WHO sent a team to investigate the origins of the virus in Wuhan and was closely watched for evidence of Chinese stonewalling. The team left this week after saying that it was extremely unlikely that the virus emerged from a lab in Wuhan and said it was pretty much not worth further studies. The WHO scientists said in an exit briefing it is most likely that the coronavirus was initially transmitted via a jump from an animal to a human, perhaps starting with a bat associated with the Wuhan seafood market. The WHO team of investigators found frozen wild animals being sold in the Wuhan market that came from regions where bats and hosts are known to carry a virus similar to the novel coronavirus. So yeah, they have deep concerns. The WHO. Trump got us out of the WHO.
Yeah.
They obviously work for the Chinese.
Well, yeah.
These things, I mean, really, you expect us to believe that frozen animals being sold in these markets is where all this came from. It couldn't have been the lab where they were playing with this stuff.
No.
And it was either accidentally spilled or intentionally released. Or I don't. It's just, but for the Biden administration to at least say they have deep concerns, that's brand new. At least it might be progress.
Yeah, it's opposite day. I feel like it's opposite
day. It is.
Day.
Things are upside down.
Yeah, it's opposite
Everything's
day.
upside down anyway.
Yeah.
We're impeaching private citizens.
We're impeaching someone who's not even impeachable.
Which has given John and I have ideas. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do.
We've, if the world's upside down, we're all for it.
Yep.
Right.
Gives you something to talk about and makes the blood rush to your head.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, check it out. Tennessee. Great state of Tennessee. Right here where we're coming to you from. Late businessman's dog inherits $5 million.
Right here in Tennessee.
Right here in Tennessee.
Wow.
Yep. February 12th. A Tennessee dog is living the comfortable life after inheriting $5 million from her late owner, who stipulated in his will that his money should go to his pet. Lulu, an 8-year-old border collie, was named in the will of owner Bill Doris, a Nashville businessman who died late last year at the age of 84. Martha Burton, 88, a neighbor who often cared for Lulu while Doris was away, was named as the canine's caretaker in Doris's will, which states Burton will be reimbursed for reasonable monthly expenses. I don't really know what to think about it, to tell you the truth. He just really loved the dog, Burton told WTVF-TV. Burton said she is perfectly happy to act as Lulu's caretaker. She's a good girl, she said. I bet she said that.
Wow.
She's a good girl. I'd babysit a dog if it came with a $5 million purse attached.
But bet you anything, though, she'll end up suing that dog.
For the remainder of her money?
Yeah, incompetence, something.
Well, what gets me is, what are they going to do with all that money?
What's the dog going to do with it?
She's 88, the lady and the dog is 8 years old. And I don't know how long border collies live, but 8 is fairly old for a dog anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I might try to, if I were that dog, donate some of that to PETA.
To PETA?
Like
yeah. Or SPCA, something like that.
Whatever the dog wants to do.
Yeah.
They don't make dog bones that expensive. $5 million.
You gonna leave all your money to a dog, Gabe?
Yeah, probably.
Both bucks? Both dollars?
Yeah.
As long as it's my dog.
Yeah,
Gabe's. They don't worry about starving too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gabe's always claiming poverty over there. We know he's money bags over there.
Leave it to my dog, and I'll be the accountant. I'll take care of it.
Gabe's got money like that. He's that guy.
He's got a little insert too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right. Just like the Planters guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, so we got some news. We have a matter of fact, we called to our listeners, to our local.
Calling all actors.
Calling all actors, comedians.
Yes.
And actually writers too.
Good point.
If
Definitely.
you're creative, we've got some projects coming up.
Yes, we do.
We've started a new organization called the Upstage Players.
Upstage Players.
Yeah, kind of like a local, I don't know, community theater group, would you call it?
Yeah, we'd call it a theater troupe or group.
Improv group.
Improv group. We've been discussing that a lot.
Bring us an idea. We'll do that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and writers especially. And too, like those of you who've been in theater know what being upstaged is, right?
Upstaged. Explain that to us. If you're on stage.
Right. You're on stage and you're trying to, you're supposed to be seen by the audience, or you might have a line to deliver to the audience.
Right.
Or
If
to
you're going to
another
say a
character.
line to another actor.
Right.
If you're straight across, you're both, you don't have to turn away from the audience.
I will demonstrate upstaging. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. It's kind of like cock blocking or something.
Yeah, cock blocking.
Did you just say that on live? We're not live.
Cat blacker.
Gable
Say
edit
the
that
Chicago
out.
dialect you can't understand.
We could say cat blacker.
Cat blacker.
He's a
Well, you can't do a theater troupe called the Cock Blockers. I don't,
Probably not.
I don't think Cleveland.
You're going to
would be-
lose some of the audience,
I
I'm sure.
don't think Cleveland will be hip to that too much.
Now, Cleveland, in our defense, and John and I both worked with the Coy Theater
Yes.
Guild,
Good
a
people to
company.
work with
They call it the
always.
Guild or the company? The Guild.
Coy Theater Company now.
Is it the company?
Yeah, it
Used to
was
be
the
the
Guild,
Guild.
but
Yeah.
that was,
There's a lot of politics going on.
Right,
Anyway,
exactly.
And they are COVID gun shy, I guess.
Yes, and
I mean, what they tried to do Greater Tuna.
We were going to do Greater Tuna. They were going to do Greater Tuna,
right.
And well, I think a lot of what I heard was that a lot of the family of people who were wanting to audition started complaining to the company that we don't want our family involved in this because we don't want.
Bringing
fear.
COVID home.
It's fear, It is, and the whole point of that was you had a 2-person play.
Right.
So you're severely limiting the spread right there off the bat.
Right. It's 2 people.
Yeah.
Put them 6 feet apart.
Mm-hmm. And the whole setup in the play would have been something similar to this.
Right.
Whereas you've got a cast of 6 to 10 people, you've got a whole different kind of
with a lot of blocking and moving and tight quarters in the green room or dressing rooms and whatnot.
And in Boeing, which I was in, was a lot of kissy, a lot of making out, and I can understand not doing that.
To get a part in one of those plays.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I never get that part.
Yeah, I don't know how I got it.
Yeah,
but yeah, the COVID thing, and this company that we're talking about starting, it's just looking for writers and actors, and as you can see, we're all socially distanced here. There's really no.
Yeah, we made Gabe sit way over there.
Yeah, he's way back there, and there's a shadow in the back, socially distanced. Yeah.
We got rid of the glass. I mean, come on. Anyways, Upstage left. We're looking for actors, writers.
Yes.
If you're creative in any way, come on by. Give us a holler.
Also, another option there with Upstage Players. I've started a site called Upstage Left Improv. It's been around a long time. COVID kind of took the wind out of the sails.
Spin off of your show,
Yeah, and so you can always hit me up on that too because I check it.
Right. Hey, we're bringing that show back, right?
Yeah, Upstage Left is coming back.
Upstage Left. If you haven't experienced the phenomenon that is Upstage Left, stay tuned. It's coming.
Oh yeah,
back.
and yes, and as it comes back too, there's going to be and if you really like this kind of thing and you start listening, keep in the back of your mind when it does come back that the upcoming season past that is going to be more interactive in a format like this,
right?
With opportunities for actors and writers to become regularly involved.
Oh, and you already have some characters that I would love to see visually.
Yes. Any costumers out there, also hit me up.
Right, yeah.
Wigs, fat suits.
If you're in the theater and there's no outlet for you right now, we're going to be the place.
Right.
You can, matter of fact, if you're interested in getting involved, just email DJ Rick, and my email is studio@tunedinradio.us. Gabe can probably put that up on the screen for you. I'm thinking he's shaking his head. I heard something rattling. Yeah, that's a yes.
And if you get to me, that gets to Rick. So it all
Either way, go to John, go to me. But we are also looking for midgets. We need.
Yes.
We have some. Yes.
We need midgets.
Send us a short resume.
Yes. Keep it brief. Keep it short. And by the way, I've got a lot of jokes for that. If we ever have a dead spell in the show, let
Little
me know.
People Hour.
Yeah, it's on my note sheet right there.
Yeah.
Little people, litter hours.
But it is hard to find. I have been looking for midgets. We can't. I just want a midget. Everything's more funny with a midget.
It could be done digitally.
Little person, I don't know.
But little people
Maybe
are
it's
always.
because I'm offending them. They don't want to.
That could be. Maybe short.
I mean, it's not like we don't want to do like a Jackass show or anything. I'm not going to put probes on things.
We just rephrase it and say that we need fun-sized people.
Fun-sized, that's it.
Yeah, because I think that's more PC these days, fun-sized.
Fun-sized. You got to watch how you say
I
things.
totally stole that from SNL, but...
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's right.
But
there's nothing new under the sun.
the word midget just...
You didn't steal it, you reappropriated it.
I just reappropriated it, but midget rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Just, midget.
The new MG little person. That doesn't work.
No, it's...
Doesn't work. Yeah. Anyway,
doesn't have the same.
But yeah, I'm excited. Upstage Players, we're looking for projects to do. So if you're a creator, we're looking for that. We're looking for actors because we have one idea that's coming up soon. We can give them we'll give you the title, but we're not going to tell you what it's about, right?
Yes.
I don't want to tip too much. I'd just rather just drop that on the world.
Yeah, but the title's a good tickler, I think.
Yeah, go ahead. You tell them.
The impeachment. Oh, no. The peculiar impeachment of Fancy Nancy.
Stay tuned. You're going to love this.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And
yeah,
this is going to be fun.
Gabe's going to be in it.
Yes, and I actually have a friend that wants to participate too. He's already written part of the script for the character he wants to play, Cahill.
Oh, he wants to play Cahill.
And he's already got the persona. So, I mean, see,
Right on.
Right on. We need people for that.
Yes, if you can do a politician, ding, 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 you're the one.
Yeah.
Bring it. We want to see it.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
And this is going to be a whole lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
It will be a blast.
Yeah. Now,
for sure.
and we haven't decided if we're going to do it, if you wanted to come watch the show, I don't know that it's going to be a linear thing. We may have to tape it and edit it and do some stuff. But I don't know. I'd like to make it, as much of it as possible, a linear thing that can be done right on the stage.
That's very doable.
Yeah. It's a little more work on our part, but I think,
Well, it is going to be a production.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
the good thing about this kind of production is creativity. You can do anything you want. You make it linear. You can throw in things, and
It is whatever we think it is.
yeah, we create.
So,
yeah, I love it.
I'm down.
I'm looking forward to it.
You got anything else exciting, new in your life, or
I don't really know.
you looking for work?
Looking for work. Yes.
You don't want to build solar panels? It's Biden's America. Go build solar panels.
I could build solar panels. My dad built solar panels.
Learn to code.
Yeah, learn to code. No,
Learn to code, man.
I'm good with numbers, but that kind of thing right there. The job market is pretty harsh.
Dominion's hiring.
Dominion's hiring.
How much they pay?
Probably $15 an hour.
Do they have a health plan? Because my diabetes medication went up to like $400 instead of $60. It
no
went
kidding.
up a couple of dollars.
Yeah, insulin's going up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anything's negotiable.
That's it. Well, you're going to get universal health care here shortly anyway, man.
Yeah. I'm going to go back into teaching English as a second language because I think I could really capitalize at this point. Honestly, because I used to do that. And there may be.
Who did you teach?
Volkswagen. When Volkswagen.
Oh, so they were German.
A lot of the German engineers had to learn how to train the Americans who were going to work.
Did you speak German at all? Or?
Nein. I learned a few words. Nein.
Scheißkopf.
Scheißkopf.
Wo ist Toilet?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
And wo ist I learned two things. I was stationed in Germany in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And the first two things I learned was ein Bier bitte, which is one beer, please. And the second thing you learn is wo ist Toiletten? Where's the bathroom?
I think I've traveled overseas, and that is the most important thing in any language.
Where's the bathroom?
Where's the toilet?
Donde está el casa de
Donde
Pepe?
está el dormitorio? That doesn't work in
Casa de
Mexico.
Pepe. They don't know what that means.
Casa de
They
Pepe.
didn't even laugh. Jeez, man. Okay, baño. You know what I mean?
Pepe lives over here.
Yeah.
You go past the three-legged dog, then you take the second leg. There's Casa de Pepe.
But yeah, good luck finding a job there.
Well, I appreciate it.
I was going to get a job, but they make you work.
They do, and I'm kind of wanting to kind of looking at what you're doing, thinking, I've got this extra time. So, and here in Cleveland right now, we suffer from just a serious lack of creative avenues.
No kidding.
That's why I'm loving this right here because theater's going,
Well, they're COVID gun shy. I mean, really, where there's a will, there's a way. Now, if you're afraid of COVID, that's fine. But you don't have to stop living your life. You just have to get really creative about how to achieve the same things safely. I mean, there's a challenge for you if you're a playwright. Write something where all the characters are 6 feet apart.
Yes.
Hell, write something about modern times. Everybody's 6 feet apart anyway.
Yep.
But it just seems that a lot of organizations like that have just kind of given up. The music industry as well. I mean, they have literally shut down concerts and whatnot.
Yeah, they have, and I think that has obviously affected a lot of what the festival too, right?
Well, the festival coming up in June is coming up in June.
That's good.
Yeah, we've got 265 acres to do this music festival on.
There's plenty of social distance.
There's plenty of room to social distance. And by the way, it's kind of morphed the festival. It was going to be the Tuned In Radio Music Festival. We've changed it up a little bit. It's now the Tuned In Music and Arts Festival.
Okay.
We've got the gals from the Hetzel Art Studio are now involved. So now we got a fine art studio involved.
A fine art studio.
And we've got a big top tent And we're going to have a bunch of artists come down and display their work and actually work on some things. So you'll be able to walk through and see artists doing what it is they do.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, and we've got 5 Points Boxing is going to come and set up a little boxing ring. And if you don't know anything about 5 Points, it's right here in Cleveland. And it's a youth boxing organization run by a really great guy, Ralph.
Yeah,
and
right?
It's 2 blocks that way from here, or 3 blocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's he's got a place for kids to do something other than bad things.
Yeah.
You know, so he gets them off the street, gets them in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, you ain't seen nothing till you've seen a 3-year-old with these giant gloves on and the headgear try to beat the hell out of a heavy bag. It's a riot.
By the way, we're looking for midgets.
We are looking. Did I say we're looking for midgets? By the way, yes.
Midget wrestling. If you've never seen that, wow.
We'll supply the headgear.
But boxing. Hey, did you hear the one about?
Not that you'll need headgear. We don't really.
Did you
it's
hear
a safe job. I don't even have a cannon to shoot you out of.
No,
That would be cool though.
it would be.
See what midgets are fun.
Did you hear that joke about the deaf midget?
The deaf midget?
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
And neither did he.
Neither did
He gone right over his head anyway.
What was it you said earlier? Does an elevator smell differently to midgets?
Do crowded elevators smell different to midgets? Are midgets always the last to know when it's raining?
Actually,
Technically, yes.
that's physics, man. See, I didn't know
You
you
get
were a scientist
quantumly.
as well.
And a
Mad scientist, if anything.
and a philosopher.
And a philosopher?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Breaking news.
Ooh.
The Senate has voted.
What'd they vote?
57 to 43.
Acquittal.
He's acquitted.
So Donald Trump,
Right.
it's official.
Yeah, it's official.
Our former president is still the former president. He has not been removed from his office.
That's right.
Next, they'll go after Melania because she just opened the office of Melania Trump. I saw that.
Oh, the next president?
The next president. I don't. She's pretty hot, but I don't know about president material.
Wow, that's
I think she'd
good.
be good.
But yeah, she's
So-
got the. I think she calls it the office of the former first lady or office of Melania. Yeah, former first lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
that's
got a
an
bum
acquittal.
rap. I mean, she really didn't. You know,
So that's an
that was a
acquittal.
class
That's great.
act. Yeah. So hey, it's official. They let him go.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Onward, onward and upward. You know what's funny? They acquitted him. They tried to impeach him, obviously. If they have made the mistake of thinking that he's just going to go away, that's a big mistake.
Well,
Trump may go away, but Trumpism's here to stay.
Yes.
I
yes.
personal belief, you know.
But
What'd
you-
you say those numbers were? 57 to 43.
57 to 43.
Pretty big margin. Yeah, I mean,
How
it's
many
fairly decent size.
Republicans is that? That means 7 Republicans voted to impeach.
7 Republicans voted to impeach.
So 7 Republicans voted to not get reelected in the next election.
Yes, yes,
Well,
they
I would
pretty
say
much
there's
did.
a little more than that.
Yeah, yeah. They're. If you're a Republican and you voted to impeach, to convict, I guess you must have something in the pipeline, another job. Maybe they're going to build solar panels because I'm pretty sure they're not going to get reelected.
They call those rhinos, right? Republican and
In
name,
name only.
Yes.
So, well, some of them are Diablos. They're Democrats in all but label only.
Ooh.
And they're all millionaires, so why would they look for work?
Yeah. Well, they don't need to build solar panels.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, they're gonna, man, because I foresee a midterm swing next time. I really do.
Oh,
A
absolutely.
big one because
Oh, they're going to lose the House and the Senate.
well, everyone's going to realize we can't afford medication. I can't afford. My taxes went
Yeah.
up to 50-something%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's going to
And,
be.
and unemployment will raise higher than it is now.
And what if Trump ran for senator in Florida at that point?
He could do that.
Yeah, he could do it because now he's not. And this is why I think they wanted to impeach him to begin with, so he couldn't.
Well, the Republicans want him out because he's an outsider.
Right. He's not a politician.
He will point out that they're, this foreign aid stuff is really just people laundering money, and yeah, he's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
He pulls back the curtain to insider Washington, and that's why they were shocked when he got elected. Remember, I don't know if you remember in 2015 when he first announced his candidacy. I saw a really good film the other night, and it showed all the news outlets, and people were actually laughing.
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you
remember
think his chances are?" And the host would just bust out laughing, like, "You got to be kidding me, man!" Like Mickey Mouse could be one of them. I think it was Anderson Cooper said Mickey Mouse would be elected first.
that? Yeah.
Well, the conspiracy theorist in me says this ain't over.
No, I know. That's why we keep Gabe as our in-house resident conspiracy theorist.
Well,
he keeps me up to date on what's going on in the world of.
Gabe and myself could probably talk for hours because
he's got all the info.
I'm a closet conspiracy theorist.
He's got some things. If you like conspiracy theories, he's got all the tidbits. Let me tell you.
I mean, despite what the media says, conspiracy theorist isn't someone who's going to go shoot up a building, but that's the way they want to label.
The funny thing is, though, they call us conspiracy theorists, which is fine until we're right, and now it's not a theory.
Right.
And now who's crazy?
4-0, dude. 4-0.
4-0? You're 4-0 on what?
On the conspiracy.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
he is pretty good.
Well,
he's known some stuff, and I'm like, no. And then I'm like, damn, how'd you do that?
Yeah. I've got other friends, too, that, miss talking with them because I like hearing that kind of information. And I hope it's not.
There used to be plenty out there.
People in high places.
Well, there used to be a lot of it out there, but now everybody's getting shut down, shut off, and, you got to go to Rumble to see any of it. Even they're actually throttling back that stuff.
They are throttling back.
Yeah, Rumble's because they're catching heat. They don't want to lose their servers, is what it is.
As long as they're not, they're probably on AWS.
Probably. Yeah.
When you say Rumble? What is that?
It's Rumble is alternative to YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. The only problem is right now is Rumble was not ready for the influx of new membership, new video creators that have been, fleeing, either kicked off YouTube or just, looking for an alternative with less censorship. But loading up videos and such to Rumble right now is, don't be in a hurry. Let's just put it that way. The stuff you're seeing on Rumble this week was probably started uploading 2 weeks ago. That's how much their traffic is slowed.
Well, and I'd heard that Trump was going to start his own social media
That's
platform.
the rumor, and I heard it was going to be called HugeTube.
HugeTube?
U-G-E. Huge. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
No,
you got to get your hands just right. It's huge.
Yeah.
I can't make my hands that small.
I can't do
Huge.
that. I used to impersonate presidents, but I never could impersonate Trump or Obama.
Yeah. Trump's man. Yeah.
It's
Trump's
great.
a tough one.
She's great. It's great. It's beautiful. That's what I can do. That wasn't
huge.
Even close. Excuse me.
It was so much easier when Nixon was on board.
Oh, he was easy.
I did not tell a lie.
I missed
Tricky Dick.
I missed the Dana Carvey days of President Reagan.
Oh, man. I miss his church lady.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, he was funny with
and
the
his
church
Johnny
lady.
Carson,
and that's the thing.
That's what I'd like to see get back here.
Upstage Players.
Upstage Players.
Join us. You could be the next Dana Carey. We need a church lady.
We do. We need another
that
Robin
church
Williams. We need a Dana Carvey.
If you could do Samurai Bakery, call us.
Nothing for you.
No Pepsi Coke. You could do Animal House. Oh yeah. Oh, that was what was her name with the armpits and the smelling her fingers?
Oh yeah.
What was her name?
That's
She
SNL.
was a
Molly
cheerleader.
Shannon. Was that the actress that did
Something
that?
like that. That was a good character though. That was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
That was when late night was still funny.
That's when it was funny. And
Yeah,
believe it
now
or
it's
not,
just crazy.
I remember it. I'm old enough to remember that. Yeah. Back when SNL had.
I think he
was
just
funny.
called us old.
No, I'm just saying I can identify
I'm old enough
with
to
you.
remember that.
I can
Wait a minute.
identify with you.
Did I just date ourselves?
We are going back in time.
I guess so. It feels like only a couple years ago to me, but hey, I'm dating myself now. Wow.
Saturday Night Live and pro wrestling. See, I just dated myself.
Yeah.
Midget wrestling.
Midget wrestling.
you
Did
ever
I say
actually-
we need midgets? Did we mention we're looking for midgets?
Well, yes, we're looking for fun-sized people
Yes.
with
Fun
vertical
size.
Pocket
challenges.
fun.
I keep thinking of Halloween candy.
Pocket-sized fun.
There you go. Pocket size fun.
Nice fun.
Absolutely. So when are we going to start on this? Our what do we call it? The peculiar impeachment of Fancy Nancy.
Well, okay.
I'm thinking probably a month from today we should be ready to do something. No.
Right. What I'd like to do is between now and say a month from now, do some open casting calls.
Yeah.
There's going to be writing involved, a lot of writing involved. And then once we do casting calls, probably around the same time, I would think, is that we'll have a better idea of who wants to do, because this is going to be sort of like, hey, what can you contribute?
Yeah.
Can you contribute writing? Because we're like Rick said, we're looking for writers and contributors. We can write all of this. I've written a lot myself, but we want to get more talent.
If you have any directing skills, we're kind of off the walls.
Yeah. Are you the OCD director? Don't come over here. Then.
Yeah.
This is probably not.
Yeah,
gonna...
we don't like to be told what to do, but if you'd like to be a director,
you got some good ideas.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
we're like we should have called ourselves the OCD or not the OCD, the ADD players.
The ADD.
But I mean, writing them in a squirrel. You know what I mean? Was that the squirrel? I don't.
We're the ADD players. Welcome to it.
What were we doing? That was good. Yeah.
Let's do some improv on ADD.
I forget what show we were doing.
I feel like I'm doing.
Break
ADD.
out some shit.
I'm doing ADD improv right now.
Yes. What light in your window? But I think I broke into Shakespeare.
Yes, you did.
Indeed. At the right cadence. I'll have you know. Anyways,
about a month.
Great to have you back on the show, man.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
We're gonna make you a regular. You're
I would
unemployed.
like
I
to
can use you all I want.
Be a regular, and if you've listened to, I have a thought. I mean, some of my friends.
Just the one?
Yeah, just one right now.
Okay.
The ADD players. That was cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh no, my thought.
Right. Yeah. Squirrel.
Squirrel. I'm stuck. No,
Yeah.
with Upstage Left, there's a lot of characters in that, so I may have some of them come on.
Maurice.
I might have Maurice.
Maurice.
Fat Bartholomew might want to come do a show with you one day. Maurice might want.
Boudreaux, right?
Boudreaux. It's how he says it. Anyway,
Yes,
it's
yes.
Louisiana French Cajun. So.
Yes. Louisiana French. Cajun.
Sometimes I can't understand what he says. Really.
Well, it's good to have you back on the show.
It's
And,
a pleasure, Rick. Always
right
a
on.
pleasure, sir.
Always. And you're welcome back anytime. Midgets, we're looking for midgets.
Looking for midgets.
Hit the subscribe and like button, or vice versa, however they are. Tell your friends about us, and you stay tuned to our Facebook page, and we'll keep you updated on the Upstage Players and where you can get involved and how to do that and what we may or may not be looking for. We're pretty much looking for everything.
Yes.
So other than that, you got anything else, Gabe?
No.
All right, we're going to call it a week, and we will see you next week, same time, same channel right here on Tuned In TN.
Adios, muchachos.
Yeah.